Massive news for QNT Quant. Gilbert Verdian is going to be in Japan. We're going to dive into it, guys. But before we get into the video, just have to say, man, recently saw, people on the timeline losing money. The scammers are running rampant in the space. I'm going to put some products on screen of Ledger devices that I use. I use Ledger myself. I love their products, and I suggest you buy a few of them, guys, because you don't want to keep all your money in one space. You put 30% of your portfolio in one, another 30%, another 40% in the other two. Not your keys, not your crypto. I want everyone to stay safe out there. It's sad to see people lose thousands, if not millions of dollars to these scammers, right? It really hurts my heart anytime I see these sad stories on the timeline. Someone I spoke to as well, lost, their investment to these scammers, guys. So secure yourself with Ledger, guys. You'll see that on screen. So Gilbert Verdian looking forward to GFTN in Tokyo this week, talking on panels regarding tokenized deposits, and will spend the week with partners Dentsu Soken, meeting clients and regulators. This is so bullish, guys. Like, I'm telling you, this is what you want to see in projects. This is what you want to see. So this is going to take place from February 24th to 27th, 2026, and he's going to be speaking at GFTN in Tokyo. Right, this is a fintech meetup group, fintech industry, that is going to be meeting up in Tokyo, right? GFTN Forum Japan, and he's going to be speaking about why ISO compliance, why the future of banking is changing, right? GFTN Forum Japan, payments, banking, insurance, and capital markets, stablecoin tokenization and regulated markets, capital reimagined, and explaining that about his project. The project QNT Quant, and why it's so important for the future of finance, right? The future of the financial system as we know it, and why this is so important with regulation, ISO compliance, basically uprooting the previous banking system that we have, because it's so slow, so it's so constrictive for the average person to make it out of the rat race with the previous financial system that we have. So this is very bullish, man, that Gilbert is going out there to Tokyo to speak about payments, banking, insurance, capital markets, tokenization, stable coins, and regulated markets, right? Crypto regulation is one of the biggest issues that we have. We have the Clarity Act going live sometime this year. The Clarity Act should pass. That's going to be a great step for projects like Quant, that is integrated into the Bank of England synchronization lab, and also the London Stock Exchange as well. So this is very bullish, man. Bradley just gave me a follow. Good luck and enjoy Japan. He tweeted out one of my Quant tweets. This project is great, man. Frank, programmable pound, programmable euro, programmable yen, programmable dollar next, right? So this is so bullish to see. This is the type of news that you want to see, man. The founders are out here building, right? So Quant right now under $65 at this moment, under 780 mil market cap, right? I think it's a good time to DC. I'm never going to tell anyone to overinvest in any project. I know there's people with 1,000 Quant, 5,000, 10,000 Quant. I'm just telling people to get 10 Quant, and I'm being realistic in my price predictions and targets. I think Quant has the potential to get to $1,000, if not $3,000 to $4,000, maybe $5,000 in the future, right? 50 billion market cap for Quant in a long enough time horizon, I think is possible. If we're going to be conservative, 10 to 30 billion market cap, right? So 10 Quant right now is $645. I'm never going to tell you to overinvest, right? $646, right? 10 Quant. Quant goes to $1,500, which is like a good medium range target. That's going to be $15,000 with buying you 10 Quant. Is that great ROI? Yes, it is. You're not going to be a millionaire, but guess what? Now you could take profits. You could leave in a percentage of your portfolio for the long term, and then you could reinvest in the future with these profits, right? Because there's always going to be another opportunity in crypto. Maybe you just, DCA back into quant after it has its massive pump. It comes back down and you DCA back in, right? I'm telling you, there's so many strategies you could take in this space. So I'm just being, as on point as possible for someone who's traded this space, right? So this from Mr. Abundance, QNT, physical dollar falling, digital currency rising. So wow, look at this, man, from Mr. Abundance. Great chart here. Look at the massive accumulation that Quant had, right? If you had, look at this, right? So let me go back to the zoom out. So if you had just invested in Quant over these past years, say for example, you had a terrible bull run this cycle, you didn't make any money, you actually came in and lost money this bull run, right? You actually lost money. If you just invested in Quant all the time, every month you just invested in Quant these past few years, you wouldn't have lost anything really, right? You'd be down maybe like what, 30%? Because obviously you're not buying up here at $150, right? You're buying around 60 to 80 bucks, right? The entire time you're buying around 60 to 80 dollars, right? So you wouldn't have lost anything if you just invested in the Quant these past few years. This massive accumulation phase, in my opinion, should have a massive upside breakout. And you see right here, $1,500 is the peak target here, but it could go up to $3,000 to $4,000, right? It could. But again, this is right here what I'm looking for. Obviously, you could be more realistic and say maybe $1,000 at top. It has a local top, not a top, but a local top at $1,000. Then it comes back down to maybe like $300 to $400 or $200, and then it consolidates around there for the next move up to $3,000 to $4,000. We'll see how it goes. But again, this chart is fantastic. This is just years of accumulation. Other projects, like I said, when you take a look at Polkadot, I keep bringing up Polkadot. When you look at Polkadot, right? Look at what Polkadot's chart is doing. It's just going down against the... Man, crypto is sad, bruh. Altcoins are sad. It's so tough, man. It's so tough to be in this space. Everything about it is difficult. It is. But look at this, man. I feel bad for the Polkadot bulls, man, who believed in this project and wanted to accomplish. I tried to trade on Polkadot at a point in time. Like sometime back here in like 2023, I was like, oh, let me go try trading on Polkadot, right? Because I want to try as many chains as I can, right? And look at this. It's just making new lows against the market, It's not what you want to see. It's not, right? Whereas Quant, it's coming back down to its previous low, right? But it's held up all these years. That's bullish to me. Now, obviously nothing is guaranteed in the space, but I'm not telling you to overinvest, right? If you lose the 10 quant, something goes wrong, you lose that 10 quant, it's not gonna be like you can't make that money back, right? You have an honest living, you got a 9 to 5, you got a hustle, you can make $645 back. I'm not telling you to put 10 to 50K to 100K in quant. I'm not telling you that, okay? Because people, are so, how should I say, they act like they're not adults. They act like they're not adults, and we are all adults here, right? Don't let me speaking be the responsibility of your investment decisions, okay? So Quantus Aurus, QNT Quant in Japan, love to see that. And also QNT's ISO compliant as well, stacking up against some of the biggest projects in the space that everyone is bullish on. You just type in ISO compliant crypto, right? ISO compliant cryptos are digital assets designed to adhere to the ISO 20022 standard, enabling seamless, secure, and standardized messages for cross-border transactions between blockchain networks and traditional banking systems. Key compliant coins include XRP, XLM, XDC Network, Algorand, IOTA, HBAR, Quant, and Cardano, right? So Quant is stacking up against XRP, XDC, XLM, which I've also talked about on the channel, and HBAR as well, right? I haven't done much research on Algorand, and IOTA, but I know I like HBAR. I think that's a great long-term gem. I love XRP. XRP, like I said, I gotta be bullish on XRP because it's one of the only altcoins that went up this bull run. 95% of altcoins did not go up this bull run, right? It's hilarious to me. I was like, wait, XRP actually did an 8x? What the heck? I'm bullish on XRP now. I was like, no way, right? So I'm bullish on XRP. XLM and XDC also did like a 5x to 6x as well. So like these are all coins that, you know, they actually show strength in the market. So I have to be bullish on them, right? And Quant is stacking up with these projects being also ISO compliant as well. That is extremely bullish, man. In future videos, we're going to take a look at this quick thread right here. This is from Francesco. The core API layer for Quant is everything. So the Quant overledger is connected to the CBDC APIs through the payment systems and the participation network. The use case is prototyped through the Bank of England and BIS Innovation Hub, and then that goes over to the commercial banks, institutions, corporate, fintechs, PIPs, etc. Right? Swift has Swift has already tested ISO compliant frameworks with XRP, XLM, Algo, HBAR, and QNT. Going back to what I just spoke about with ISO compliance, right? Industry observers expect that by, you know, obviously this time has already passed now, but sometime this year, ISO compliance will be very important. Further integration of CBDCs and tokenized assets will take place, potentially supporting new models of digital monetary transactions and cross-network interoperability. I wouldn't be surprised if the ISO compliant projects really start to pick up when the Clarity Act passes. I think those two catalysts tied together, right? So Swift is testing connections with the ISO compliant framework and several blockchain networks: Ripple, Stellar, Algorand, HBAR, Quant. Industry observers expect that by 2026, further integration of CBDCs and tokenized assets will take place, potentially supporting new models of digital monetary transactions and cross-network interoperability, which is the key use case for Quant, right? Interoperability, right? So as always, guys, none of this is financial advice. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Join my Discord in the description. It's free. And also support on my clips channel, my short channel as well. After you finish with this video, go subscribe to that, also in the description. Watch some videos there. It really helps out, like truly. I'm asking please to help watch those videos as well. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you in the